Well, we have an editorial department, which is the content editors, the people who read the news every day and write responses. That's actually where I started. I worked there for 3 years before I was promoted to CEO. And now I sometimes miss getting to read and write and just be jumping into news every day instead of doing management and all these other things. But I do get to do it once in a while still. And then we also have our Media Central team that's running press conferences and press trips. And we also have our video production team that's making YouTube videos, which you can watch that get information out and really short, very clear little videos. And we're starting a long form interview program now that we're doing. And then we also have our missions and events groups, which right now we can't do in-person missions, but we did a virtual mission, and we do a lot of webinars, which are events that we also do. So we have all these different groups in addition to the back office stuff. We've got our finance and all those other things. So we those are all the different groups, and they all work together. And when we see an article that's problematic, ideally, if we can, we just pick up the phone or write an email to the journalist. And if we have a relationship, it may get resolved. And if that doesn't work, we may have to write a critique and a call to action. Sometimes we just ask people to write into the editors. Sometimes we might put together a petition. For example, one thing that we did, you can see all the puzzle pieces here, is Saib Erekat, who was recently deceased. Before we knew he was going to get COVID and pass away, he was hired to be a fellow at Harvard University. And I took the position that, it's not Honest Reporting's job to tell Harvard what to do, but it is our job to say the media ought to be covering this with all the facts so that people know. And so that people maybe say, hey, I don't think I want to support Harvard or attend Harvard or give donations to Harvard if they're doing this. So we put out a petition saying that everyone should encourage the media to talk about this more. And our plan was to then take that petition to the Boston Globe, because that's where Harvard is, or possibly to the New York Times, and write an op-ed in the mainstream media explaining what the situation is so the maximum number of people could see it. And we got over 10,000 signatures on the petition, which I think would have been really persuasive to the editors at the Boston Globe. But then Erekat got ill and then passed away, and obviously he's not going to be taking that position because he's no longer alive. So we left the campaign at that. But that is an example of how we would put the various different departments and things we do together in a unified effort to make a difference.